Rio Carnival is Rio de Janeiro's biggest celebration. Rio Carnival is considered the largest in the world, with an estimated 2 million people taking to the streets daily. The festival celebrates Brazilian culture with its vibrant music, dances, and costumery that will leave you mesmerized and wanting more. Rio Carnival is Rio de Janeiro's biggest celebration. Rio Carnival is considered the largest in the world, with an estimated 2 million people taking to the streets daily. The festival celeb. The birth of Carnival. Carnival tradition arrived from Portugal. Carnival tradition arrived in Brazil through Portuguese settlers, who introduced intrudo, the name designated for their annual celebration. In the earliest years, people would run through the streets throwing food and buckets of water at each other, and the nights would often end in large street brawls. In the 17th century, Carnival became a formal, organized parade that was an exclusive affair catered to royalty, aristocrats, and other affluent people. They soon introduced masquerade balls and the waltz as part of their festivities. It briefly shifted to military parades before 1917, when Samba emerged and transformed Carnival into a more inclusive experience. Rio Carnival is a celebration of Afro-Brazilian culture. One of the most important contributions of Afro-Brazilians to Rio Carnival is samba music. During the 19th century, the rhythmic steps of samba spread through urban centers like Rio de Janeiro and Bahia, which have become known as the birthplace of samba music. In its infancy, the dance form was banned because it was considered rudimentary. Samba parties were held in the privacy of one's home to prevent harassment from the police. Around 1920, the song Pelo Telefono by Donga became the first big samba hit on the radio. Samba subsequently exploded in popularity and quickly became the symbol of Brazil's newfound embrace of Afro-Brazilian culture. Several years later, the Samba Parade became the most popular annual parade and has since grown to become the Rio Carnival Parade that everyone knows and loves. Today, Rio Carnival has become the biggest one in the world. The Rio Carnival Parade takes place in the Sambadrome, a stadium located in the Centro neighborhood. The main event spans 4 days and consists of samba schools competing for the best overall presentation of their dancers, singers, musicians, floats, costumes, energy, and level of cohesion. Most samba schools are based in favelas and have allowed poorer, working-class Brazilians to unite and show pride in their communities. Rio Carnival is celebrated in 2 major ways. Rio Carnival parades. There are a total of 5 nights of parades that take place around Lent. The 4 main days comprise of samba schools competing for a monetary prize and glory. 2 nights are dedicated each to the lower-tier samba schools and reputable samba schools. The final night hosts the top 6 finalists for an encore. Most visitors will want to book at least 1 night while in Rio for Carnival. Blocos, street parties, everywhere. Hundreds of blocos occur in the streets all over Rio de Janeiro. Generally, the blocos are where you will find the most local participation, as these events are free and open to all.